Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment to battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Bringing it out, it's Daniels. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. A handoff to the back. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Takes the ball and heads to the left. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The back's got it. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it second and medium. The shotgun handoff here. Running with purpose. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. They'll try to run for the first down. The Gators pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
And the Gators offense is on the move now. They're going to run it here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
A gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass this time. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Dropping back. It's Lagway. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle it at the 44.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Impressive opening drive. The 10th play coming up. It's third down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
The Gators line up on 1st and 10 now. And now the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On the opening drive that just won't end, they've got a third down and short. And they pick up the first on the ground. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Ball handed off. The Gators pick up enough for a first down here.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. They're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up the first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
And the Gators are in the red zone. And they'll go right back to him on first down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. He's moving out of the pocket. He went for it, and he gets it on the scramble. That is deflating for this defense.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
The Gators looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Now the important point after attempt. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Trying to find some room. It's Lacey. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And they keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
First down here for this offense. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Just trucks the man. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Sticking with the running game. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking for some space. It's Lacey. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Trying to extend the play. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win. Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. And see if they can do it again. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
1st down loss sets up 2nd and long from the 11. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Fighting off the defender. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll fling this one deep down the middle. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. Lets it go quickly. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Gives it to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
So bad plays on 1st and 2nd down puts him in a tough spot here. 3rd and very long. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. On the run, he'll let it go. And he's got his man open downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Daniels. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Gators offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. To throw, it's Lagway. And looking for a big play here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. But I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he'll drop back here on third down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Florida. Just ran away from the defense. Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. After a slow start, this offense has finally gotten something going. Can they build more momentum here before halftime?
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Important second down play coming up. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Offense getting set. It's second down. He hands it to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. The punt team making their way on the field.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. The Gators come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. They go with a direct snap. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set. Here's second down. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
You could just tell this quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do as things were developing in front of him. He saw that open space and decided, I'm just going to take it myself and head to the end zone for a touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. They get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half. Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Can he take it all the way? They can't slow him down. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Gators looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. Here's a run call on 3rd and goal. He's swarmed by the defense. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick this away to begin the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The Missouri offense back out on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them the 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Now it's 2nd down here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He'll try a pass here. Oh, that one's picked off. Breaks loose at the 40. He's got some room and some blockers here. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Florida.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10, not good field position to start the drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Using his legs on the scramble, slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. No huddle here for the offense. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal was obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Launching downfield. Complete to the running back. Can he get 1st down yardage? Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Fires it on the move. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Running out of time in the pocket. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch made on the right side. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Manning. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. The pocket breaking down. He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try the option play here. The back's got it on the pitch. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments in half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Point after, up and good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fighting him off. Finds room at the 30. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And then 1st down, right back to the running game.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's the 2nd down play. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
That catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Direct snap to the back. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another 1st down. Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with a lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
And the Gators will line up here on first down and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. To the air, it's Lagway. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Gators. So the offense flexing and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And the point after is right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, Chris. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the plus 40. It's a first and 10 play coming up for the offense.
Now, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Gators offense retakes the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Here's the throw deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Florida. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. An inside give now from the shotgun. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll give it to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Trucks through the defender. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Second down after that previous play. Using his legs, it's Daniels. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Third down after that running play.
3:25.
Hand off to the single back. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. Important second down play coming up. And it's a kneel down. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Same mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the Florida Gators.